You know, Stamford is a special place, and it is a unique place to live. Stamford will always be the place I call home. It has given me and my family so much. And Stamford is the city that I want to lead to its best days ever. I've lived in Stamford for 55 years since immigrating here with my family. Stamford is where I've been fortunate enough to have lived the American dream. I grew up in a wonderful working class neighborhood on the west side, as you heard, across the street from Fattaroli's Chicken Market, down the street from Malazzi's Market, I think, well, they were your relatives, and McCusey's Hardware Store. And what a bustling place that was, that neighborhood. My father and his neighbors in competition to see who had the best garden and who made the best homemade wine. And I know my dad always told us he did. But our neighborhood was part of the tapestry of who we are in Stamford. Different cultures, different restaurants, the different games and sports that our children play in the parks. A rich mosaic of individual and ethnic expression that still makes this city so vibrant, embracing, and inclusive. It's in this city where I met my wife, Carol, and where we settled down to raise our 3 children. They're here somewhere. Michael, Brianna, and Alessandra. And now, it's where our children are raising our 3 grandchildren. Stamford is the city where I saw opportunity. Since I was a little boy, Stamford, America, and opportunity were all the same word to me. I started an information technology business right here from scratch, and I was able to achieve success. Stamford has afforded me the privilege of serving our citizens, my neighbors, family, friends, and all of you. First, on Stamford's Board of Representatives for 2 terms. Then, from 10 years in Connecticut's General Assembly, and most recently, as your Lieutenant Governor. For the past 25 years, public service has been the fabric of my life. It's been part of my life that grew from wanting to give back to this community that has given me so much. Public service for me has been an incredible journey, a journey that has always led me back to Stamford, because home really is where the heart is. I pledge to you today that I will put my heart into the city, my heart and soul into making sure that the opportunities we've all had will still be here for our next generation. I'm running for mayor because I believe that Stamford is at a critical point in our history. When I first came to the city, Stamford was a great place of opportunity. And because of Stamford values, it is still one of the most vibrant and successful cities in the Northeast. Stamford values have always meant good schools and the opportunity for good jobs. Stamford values have allowed our city to grow and to become the economic hub, while still preserving the unique character of our individual neighborhoods. Strong neighborhoods, good schools were vital to our success then, as they are today. Because if there's one critical building block for our future, it is the education of our children. I have a very special appreciation for what this country and this city means to me. To someone who comes with little more than the clothes on their back and the great hopes of the future. Because my parents, like immigrants from all over Europe, Asia, South America, and beyond, came here for that opportunity. Another word for opportunity in my parents' minds was education. We chose this location today for the kickoff at UConn's downtown campus because it's a symbol of the vision that has made our city into what it is today. It is a symbol of what education means to our residents. A symbol of how our downtown and UConn have evolved together to create one of the most desirable downtown areas anywhere in this United States. When I was in the state legislature, UConn's campus, as many of you remember, was in North Stamford and a couple of brick buildings off of Schofield Town Road. I got appointed to a task force charged with bringing this campus downtown. Where we stand today, and some of you may not be happy with this, was an abandoned Bloomingdale's department store. But the state purchased the property, we moved UConn campus here, and expanded the curriculum. UConn and our downtown started growing then, and we've been growing ever since. Take a look around you. If other cities want to know how to do it right, look no further than Stamford. It didn't happen by accident. It happened because of smart, balanced development by growing jobs, attracting new businesses, and opening new storefronts. I'm running for mayor to make sure that Stamford continues to realize all of its potential and all of its promise. And that Stamford, as a community, keeps its promise. A strong local economy, good jobs, good schools, strong neighborhoods, and especially safe neighborhoods. To have a strong local economy, we need to create new jobs today. And we must make sure that Stamford is ready for the jobs of tomorrow. If we want Stamford to keep growing, we do not want our kids to leave our region after they finish their education. But let's face it, they're going to go where the jobs are. That means we have to make sure that the right jobs are right here in Stamford. The pace of change in the 21st century has been stunning. It makes this moment a moment of challenge and, yes, a moment of opportunity. Stamford has always been able to stay with the pace of change. There is a saying that a good leader knows where the jobs are created today, but a great leader knows where they'll be created tomorrow. That is our challenge and our great opportunity here in Stamford. To stay ahead of the pace of change and to look to the future for opportunity. We've got to be able to see beyond where we are today to what the next generation of jobs will look like tomorrow. It means making sure that our kids have the skills and training to adapt to this constantly changing world. That's why this UConn downtown campus is so important. And that's why improving our local schools, reducing the achievement gap are so critically important to the future of our city and our children. The stakes are high. We have to keep Stamford competitive. And that's why we also have to keep taxes as low as possible. Most people I talk to understand that taxes are a necessary evil in exchange for good schools, good local services, and a good quality of life. But our residents also want to be sure that their tax dollars are being spent as efficiently as possible. And I believe that taxes should be as low as possible, because I believe families and businesses can do better things with their money than government can. We have to make sure that Stamford maintains and expands the competitive edge that has made us the most successful city in Connecticut and a regional economic engine. If we do that, we will be measured, our success will be measured by the number of people we help succeed, who are our neighbors, our friends, and the rest of the community, through new jobs and new opportunities. I am a parent, a grandparent, a homeowner, and a businessman. I've served you here in Stamford, in the legislature, and at the state capitol. I understand how government works, and I'll know how to work with our boards and commissions to get real results. But I also understand that there are times when government just doesn't work, and I understand that that would be totally unacceptable. I believe our citizens want their government to tackle the tough issues of the day, not avoid them or kick them down the road. I have the courage to do what's best for our city's next generation, not what's best for my next election. And I pledge to you that I will face our challenge head on, because as mayor, I will be facing all of you each and every day. I will be accountable to you, you, and you, each and every day. I am running for mayor because I believe in Stamford, and I believe that our city's best days are still ahead of us. My life represents an amazing journey that started in Curno, Italy. I pledge to you a campaign of ideas for Stamford's future. I pledge to you the values of hard work and leadership. My campaign is starting strong, and with your help, we will finish even stronger. Thank you again so much to all of you for being here today. May God